The ERP system, or Enterprise Resource Planning System, is the brain function for all the functions within a company. Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Rourke. I'm the CEO of Rourke, and I'm here to talk to you about the trends for ERP systems in 2022. So there's a lot going on with technology nowadays, and ERP is no different than anything else. So let's jump into our top trends in 2022 for ERP. So first and foremost, the move to the cloud is real. This has been happening over a number of years, and today, more than ever, companies have moved to the cloud. Now, there's a fine balance here between the old client-server systems that a lot of these ERPs were growing up with versus the new cloud-based systems which they're developing. So just make sure that the time is right for you. If it is, it can be very beneficial in the fact of having the flexibility of moving to the cloud and being able to work from anywhere in remote teams. Now, whenever you move everything to the cloud, you got to look at the integrations. So cloud integrations are a big trend that's happening. So we've been moving to more and more best-of-breed software, which is this software is really good at this software is really good at that. So integration becomes a very key component as you move forward your ERP and other systems together. Automation of routine processes. We're seeing this more and more. So we started a long time ago with moving from green ledger sheets to spreadsheets. Then we've moved to ERPs themselves, which really automate this stuff. Now the trend that's coming up is automating the routine data processes and using software technology in order to do that more efficiently and more effectively. So the clerical work is starting to move on, and accounting and finance professionals, get ready for more analytical work, because that's where we're going. When we talk about automation, payments and receivables. During the COVID crisis, this has obviously been a big issue, because you can do the accounting online, especially if you have a cloud-based system and remotely or VPN access. But what do you do with signing checks and being able to collect checks? Well, the automation of both the payables and the receivable function are not only providing convenience, efficiencies, reductions in DSO, but it is a cheaper way to go. So we're seeing that as a major trend as we go into it. So now as we get into using technology and cloud-based technologies, what becomes more important than ever is cybersecurity. You guys have all heard it from Target to even Microsoft, which is scary enough. Cybersecurity is very important, and making sure that your provider is up on cybersecurity. Look, if you're looking at the client-server-based systems, you're going to have to do those things yourselves. If you're going to the cloud, you're going to want to make sure that your cloud service provider has the appropriate level of security. Now, whenever we move into these efficiencies we talked about before, we're on the cusp of utilizing AI, artificial intelligence, to really be able to analyze data and provide feedback. So as we gather more and more data, we've done a good job manually turning it into information. Now we're looking for artificial intelligence to be able to help us with that and those trends. Next is mobility and being able to work remotely. So we've seen during the pandemic that remote work has become more and more important. But now we're taking it to the next level. First, it was the desktop computer, then it became the laptop computer. Today's age, we're doing more and more from this device right here, your mobile phone. You're going to see that trend continue on, so that way, whenever you're out and about, you can answer questions or do the things that you need to do to be able to keep working. Whenever we look at implementing a new system, one of the trends that have been long going and still continues is cost overruns. When you get into these implementations, a lot of times your staff may not have done implementations before. And there's a very specific way to do it. And even whenever you do an implementation, there's always that little bit where you're going, okay, I think we've got everything, but we're going to go live. And then you got to debug some of the things that didn't come up. But cost overruns are very common in implementations. And one of the biggest trends that we see is we try to use internal staff rather than additional resources. And I'd highly encourage looking at the resources, looking at the constraints of the day-to-day work, which is typically most of the work that's done, and then seeing what other resources that you need, because the effects on your customers, vendors, employees of not having these systems working right, and just because the ERP is the central brain for everything, it could cost significant dollars for your business. So those are our top trends for 2022 in ERP. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video. Comment if there's anything that you think we missed or should be further discussed. We can include that in a future video. And please subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications for other great videos like this.